Reverend Jeremiah Wright of the Trinity United Church of Christ was Barack Obama's pastor for over 2 decades. He officiated Obama's marriage to Michelle. He baptized Obama's children. He served as Obama's spiritual guide. Reverend Wright has a history of incendiary statements regarding Israel, as well as a long and friendly relationship with virulent anti-Semite Louis Farrakhan.
Last year's conference in Africa on racism, which the United States would not participate in because somebody dared to point out the racism which still supports both here and in Israel. I said that dirty word again. Every time you say Israel, Negroes get awfully quiet on you because they scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You don't see the connection between 91101 and the Israeli-Palestinian? Something wrong. You want to buy my glasses?
Reverend Wright featured Nation of Islam founder Farrakhan on the Trinity United Church of Christ news magazine cover, alongside Barack Obama. He also awarded Farrakhan the church's Trumpeteer Award.
Minister Louis Farrakhan.
You are not real Jews, those of you that are not real Jews. You are the synagogue of Satan.
Reverend Wright acknowledged that his radicalism might impact Obama's campaign. If Barack gets past the primary, he might have to publicly distance himself from me, Wright told the New York Times in April 2007. I said it to Barack personally, and he said, yeah, that might have to happen.
I have already condemned, in unequivocal terms, the statements of Reverend Wright that have caused such controversy and in some cases pain. For some, nagging questions remain. Did I know him to be an occasionally fierce critic of American domestic and foreign policy? Of course. Did I ever hear him make remarks that could be considered controversial while I sat in the church? Yes.
Rashid Khalidi is a former spokesman for the terrorist Palestine Liberation Organization. He and Obama have a solid relationship. Khalidi held a fundraiser for Obama during his unsuccessful 2000 bid for Congress. As a board member of the Woods Foundation, Obama helped funnel $75,000 to Khalidi's wife's Arab American Action Network. That organization calls Israel's foundation a catastrophe.
Palestine is in a deep crisis. Palestine has been in a deep crisis for 40 years. The title of this event indicates it. In fact, it's been in crisis for 60 years. The title of the event also indicates it. I think all of you know this. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. If you know a little more about the history of Palestine, you know that in fact Palestine has been in crisis for most of the 20th century and right up till today. Many people who follow Palestinian politics today, in the wake of this devastating fighting that's just taken place in Gaza, have been quick to place blame for the divisions within Palestine on external forces. They've focused, many of them, not I think incorrectly, on the entirely nefarious role played by leading figures in the Bush administration in encouraging, fomenting, and arming a Palestinian civil war. That's not wrong, in my view, to focus on that.
At a 2003 dinner in Khalidi's honor, Obama said that his conversations with Khalidi had been, quote, consistent reminders to me of my own blind spots and my own biases. I'm hoping that for many years to come, we continue that conversation.
You also characterized that you and your wife's personal relationship with Rashid Khalidi, an avowed anti-Israel scholar at Columbia.
You mentioned Rashid Khalidi, who's a professor at Columbia. I do know him because he taught at the University of Chicago. And he is Palestinian. And I do know him, and I have had conversations. He is not one of my advisors. He's not one of my foreign policy people. His kids went to the lab school, where my kids go as well. He is a respected scholar, although he vehemently disagrees with a lot of Israel policy.
You will not have a better senator under any circumstances, Rashid Khalidi told a Palestinian-American crowd regarding Barack Obama in 2003.